Hello, I'm Gu. I'm the CEO and founder of Adzviser. In this video, I will show you how you can avoid writing Google Ads query language, or also known as GACL, which pulls data from your Google Ads account. Even if you're not familiar with GACL, if you are a user of Google Ads or some other third-party tools such as Supermetrics or Funnel, then you might also find this video interesting because it will show you how Adzviser solves the marketing data retrieval problem differently. Okay, at the very beginning, I want to show you the Google Ads account on which my upcoming search queries will be based on. So I started 3 campaigns, a Performance Max campaign, a video campaign, and a search campaign on Google Ads about a month ago, just to collect some data on Google Ads so that Adzviser can have something to run on. And I stopped the campaigns about 2 weeks after they started. As you can see, I've stopped spending money around February 4th, and I started on January 27th. And this is the background of the demo that I think watchers should be aware of. Okay, now let's dive in. What's in front of you is Adzviser main page. It's quite simple. There are 2 main sectors on the website, the search bar and the workspaces. Think of workspaces as cookie jars. With cookie jars, you can choose to put all your chocolate cookies in one jar, or you can mix it with your biscotti cookies and gingerbread cookies. Similarly, you can choose to only put your Google Ads account info in one workspace, or you can mix it with Facebook ads accounts, LinkedIn ads, and etc. etc. Once you have selected a workspace, you're telling Adzviser where to fetch your marketing data, just like you're fetching cookies from cookie bars. There is a side note though. Right now, Adzviser only supports integration with Google Ads. But in the future, we expect to integrate with more marketing data sources. So let's now add a new workspace. I'm selecting Google Ads as a data source that I want to query from. And I'm going through the OAuth authentication process. On this step, you can see that Adzviser is requesting to access your Google Ads account data. I'm going to allow it. And we're going to see a list of account hierarchy on this step. All of these accounts are currently associated with the Gmail address I just signed in through the OAuth authentication process. For this demo, I'm going to choose Adzviser Prod as the Google Ads account on which my search queries will be based. And I'm going to give it a name, Adzviser Demo. I'm going to save it. Now Workspace is created successfully. Now let's start with some example questions by clicking on them. So what's the overall performance of my campaigns in January? As I mentioned earlier, I started my campaigns on Google Ads in January and I ended them in early February. So let's go figure out what happened in January first. I hit search button and here you go. You can see the interpreted dates displayed right here. And January has been successfully interpreted as January 1st to January 31st, 2023. And it seems that I spent $72.96 on my Performance Max campaign and $8.48 on my video campaign. Okay, so today's date is February 24th, and let's see what's going on with my campaigns this month. Okay. It seems that we stopped spending on Performance Max prior to February 1st, and we started spending money on my search campaign, and the amount was $17.19, and we also spent $21.44 on the video campaign. Let's do something a little bit more complicated and see if Adzviser is able to understand this. From February 5th, 2023 to, let's do it from a different format by the way, to February 21st, 2023. Okay, so as you can see right here, I forgot to type a 2 right here in my 2023, and I left some spaces in between my date and my year. Adzviser is able to recognize the date quite well. And unfortunately, I haven't spent any money starting from February 5th, and that's the reason we've seen zeros across all the rows. So from this table, although we already learned some basic information about each campaign, there are still a lot that we don't know about. For example, we don't know the conversions yet. We don't know about the conversion rates yet. So let's figure that out. Conversion rate. I want to do a per campaign basis, and I also want to do a per week basis. Because I didn't put a specific data range in my search query, Adzviser assumes that we want a data range from 8 weeks ago till now by default. You can, of course, change your data range as I showed you. So, but this is just the baseline that Adzviser is going to be looking at. As you can see, the conversion and conversion rates are included in this table, and weeks have also been included in this table as well. From this table, we can tell that the Performance Max campaign ran for 2 weeks, and the search campaign and the video ads campaign ran for 1 week each. Okay, what about the keywords that I used for my search campaigns? Let's figure that out. I want to know the clicks of my keywords. So I want to do my clicks of my keywords in the past 4 weeks. And let's see what Adzviser returns. So as you can see here, there are a lot of roles returned by the search query. So let's actually sort them. Let's sort them by cost. Okay, so these are the 4 keywords that have generated cost on our campaigns. As you can see, they all belong to search campaign. And data and marketing keyword is the keyword that generated the most impressions and the most cost. So yeah, this is that. This is keywords. And let's say if I want to do a more complex query, such as keywords that spent more than, let's say, $3 in the past 5 weeks. Okay, so I'm expecting data for data analysis role to go away, and all the other roles going away as well. Let's see what happens. And here we go. Data for data marketing, or whatever that keyword went away, and we only have 3 rows left. And say if I want to bump the condition to more than $5, then there should only be 1 row left on the search result. And here you go. It was $6.48. So right now I want to know about the demographics of my audience and which age group watched my ads the most. So let's ask that. What's the demographics of my audience in the past 5 weeks? I intentionally left this typo here just to see if Adzviser is able to, oh yeah, it is. Adzviser was able to infer this typo. And here we go. This is the demographics of my audience. And the age group that watched my ads the most was age group unknown. This is not very helpful. Well, thank you, Google. But second to age unknown, age 55 to 64 were the age group that watched my ads the most. In other words, it generated the most impressions. Okay, let's go through our last example. This time I want to know something more about the ad group. I want to know the device breakdown on my ad groups. So let's do this. Ad group per devices. Oh yeah, so of course I'm not going to see any data. That is simply because we didn't spend any money in the past week. So let's do it again. I always forgot, in the past 5 weeks. Okay, here we go. Notice that we didn't have any ad groups set up in our Performance Max campaigns. This is simply because Performance Max campaigns don't have any ad groups by nature. That's why we don't see any Performance Max campaign roles in this table. But this is the device breakdown on my ad group. And we can simply tell that in the past 5 weeks, or to be a little bit more specific, from January 15th, 2022 to February 18th, on mobile device, it generated the most impressions for my video campaigns. Thank you all for watching.